My name is Shane, and I sing.
I'm Paul, and I play drums in the band Silverstein.
All right, so you recently have come out with a new album. Do you want to give me some general info on the record?
And it's our sixth full-length record, I guess. Sort of sixth and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We really like it. It's a concept record, I should add. There's a lot going on there conceptually, and with some of the songs having counterparts and having songs paired up with sort of different stories, and I think there's a lot for the listener to take in if they really want to approach the record like that.
So multiple storylines coming from
It's a very listenable record from start to finish. But when you want to get more into it and really understand what we were trying to do behind the scenes, there's some interesting things that you can do, and that's why we kind of added those little things to make it interesting for the people that care. But the casual listener can enjoy it. It's 14 tracks, start to finish.
So tell me a little bit about the recording process. So you guys have been around for a while. Is there any routines you've established at this point? Is there anything that you do to make the experience a little bit better?
I think anything we can do to take the pressure kind of off is good for us. I mean, I think we did a lot of our earlier records. We went to California. We worked in a big studio with a big producer, and we're recording drums in these multi-million-dollar studios, and it's I think that the pressure of that is almost not worth it. You know what I mean? I think we're better off just okay, we can take our time. We don't need, we're a rock band. We don't need, anything that crazy. We still have good microphones. We still have good drums. You know what I mean? Whether it's recorded on some mixing board that was used for Pink Floyd record or something, it doesn't really matter for us. So I think that's one thing that we've kind of established now is we're going in with our producer. He's also our friend. There's no weird getting to know each other. It's just right away we're focused on making the record the best we can make it creatively. We don't worry about, does this guy know what he's doing? Is this guy going to fuck up the whole record because he's coked out or something? We've never met him before. Those kind of things are what we try to avoid now, and just try to do it real just chill.
If there was anything, any one thing that you hope people will take away from listening to This Is How the Wind Shifts, what would it be? What was your artistic intent that you're hoping to translate?
Well, for me, I think this record consists of a bunch of different stories, and I think that all the stories are very relatable. They're by no means autobiographical for my life or anything. I kind of wrote from some outside perspectives, and I think that it's very easy for people to jump in and be like, wow, that's something that speaks to me, and I think that that's always important when you're making music.
I think aside from content, I just want people to appreciate it and feel that it's something fresh. For being almost 100 songs deep into our catalog, that I feel that we took some new chances and did something different. So for people to hear and be like, this is unique, this is new, this is fresh, I think is a really rewarding amount of feedback that we can receive.
So it's been said before that Silverstein started as a side project that's pretty well known. At what moment for you two did the band graduate from being a side project into something more? What made you guys say, let's go with this, we have some weight behind this, instead of what else we're doing?
Well, it was sort of our whole career pretty much has been a very slow kind of slope. And I think for me, originally this band was just for fun, something different. And I know that Paul was kind of the one, I guess because we were kind of your only band after your other band stopped. So he was the one really kind of pushing us to make this more of a full-time thing. And, I was going to university, and he was, trying to get me to leave school to play shows every weekend. And we ended up, playing 3-4 shows a month for a local band. That's quite a lot.
Especially when you have other stuff going on, yeah.
Yeah, when we're full-time students and have full-time jobs and stuff. So I think that that all happened, and we started seeing more and more people come to the shows, more and more people talking about the band, and we started getting offered opening for bigger bands coming through town, coming through Toronto, and I think that's when we knew that this was something special. And then we made some great demos, and then labels were interested, and from then it was wow, I think all the mistakes we've made with the old bands we've learned from, and now we're finally able to do it right.
So if you had somebody who is maybe a new fan, because I was looking online and it seems like there's a lot more people coming in actually, are just starting to get into you, which one of your 7 albums, and I'll say 7 because I count that as a record. Would you tell them to listen to first, and why? Which one would you?
Probably not Short Songs.
Yeah,
it's probably the
that
one
would be a bit confusing if you started there.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. That's hard. I mean, I think it's good when a band puts out a new record and it's like well reviewed and everyone like it. Just start there, and maybe work your way backwards. I think that there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think we've all like discovered bands on a new record and then realized they have a whole huge back catalog.
Yeah,
and it's okay. Like,
and it's cool. But it's different these days because it used to be a lot more daunting to jump into a band. Like when I was a kid, we didn't have iTunes or anything like that. So if I wanted to go check out a band like, I don't know, like the Misfits, and they have like 12 albums, I don't know which one to buy. Now I can go on iTunes, I can be like, okay, the Misfits, and I could download, let's say, their like 10 most popular songs, and then listen to them, and then I'm like, okay, well, 4 of these songs are from this album, maybe this is the like where I should start. And now kids can do that. They can look and be like, oh, well, Smiling in Your Sleep is like a popular Silverstein song, and Vices and whatever else, and they can just do that and check out a few jams, and that's probably a great place to start.
Going through your older interviews, I saw something that you said. It was like we're together as a band for better or for worse, and my question is, what's the better and what's the worse?
I think those.
Do you hate me for that one? It's okay.
There's a lot of positivity, and it's playing to sold out rooms and to releasing new records that you're really proud of, and spending time with great musicians, great producers, and doing all these amazing things and traveling the world. But there's a lot of bad that it's like you don't get to sleep, you fly for 24 hours straight, and you have the ups and downs, and you get sick, and you don't know if you can perform the best, and you miss home.
You miss everyone's birthdays at home, you miss all the celebrations of other things.
And you get frustrated, you get stressed out, and you take it out on everybody, and there's all those little things that bottle up, but, it balances as much as you can.
Yeah, but in terms of our lineup, and I mean, right now, the 5 of us, I think we're definitely tighter than we've ever been. It's a really good place. We feel really good about everything going on. This tour, this is the second last show or whatever, and it's been amazing. It's just been really great, and it's like now it's our first real tour with the lineup together, and I think now we're even more confident that we're in such a great place.
When's the last time you said to yourself, I'm never doing that again?
About 5 minutes ago when I went to the BelPro events and had a large poutine.
Best
Actually, though.
It's one of those things you're like, never again. But then
every time
3 months later, you're in Montreal. Wasn't that bad?
It was back here in August. Did the same problem. Yeah.
So, you guys have had a few interesting encounters with fans throughout your career, particularly in Montreal. You had 2 dudes who managed to get on your bus without permission, right?
How do you know about that?
Because I do my research.
Well, you do. Yeah.
Which ended badly. But my question is, what's a strange fan experience you haven't had yet that you might like to have?
Man, I don't know if we are that into the strange fan experiences, to be honest.
Those 2 guys are enough?
Well, stuff like that, that was completely harmless.
Yeah, well, it turned out, we don't speak French. It turns out they just were trying to come on the bus to give us their, record.
Which, no big deal, right?
And we were like, if they, if they were able to speak English, which is the language barrier problem, we would have been like, yeah, sweet, thanks for the record.
They were a little crusty, a little punk, but, so we didn't know if they were up to any harm, and they were removed without any harm, but it was like, they just really wanted to give us their 7-inch.
Yeah, I know. And now, Silverstein kicking the punks off the bus.
And it's a metaphor for life.
Do you have anything coming up that fans might like to know about? Any tours, new videos?
Well, as the wise man once said, last words are for fools who haven't said enough.
Boom.
Good advice.
But yes, we do. But I am a fool. Here we go. We are going to be on a big summer tour all summer. And what else? We are doing a European tour. We're going to Australia. We're
Touring.
gonna have a video coming out for another track on our record. We're probably gonna be doing lots of like weird sort of internet, like fan chats and some kind of interactive stuff there later this year. Trying to set more and more stuff like that up.
And hopefully play more around Quebec.
Oh, and we have another record coming out, a 7-inch record coming out, which I don't know if we've announced or anything yet.
Nope.
But
Yeah.
it's coming out. You'll find out about it. There you go. You heard it first.
Yes.
Right here.
Awesome. All right, thank you very much. That was awesome.
Thanks.
Thanks very much.